Hello everyone, welcome to this tutorial where I will be teaching you about smart objects in Photoshop. Smart objects are essentially project files within project files. Let me show you what I mean. Let's say that I will be creating this square and it's going to be a blue square. Now if I turn this into a smart object like this, I right click the layer and click Convert to Smart Object. When I duplicate this object across the artboard and then I actually double click this icon, I get this. Now this looks like a separate project file, but it isn't. You can see that it has this .psb file extension, which actually means that it's a smart object. Now if I'm going to change the color of this square to, for example, red and save it, similarly, if you were saving a project file, you can see that it actually changes everywhere to all the copies of this smart object. So I can then copy it multiple times and it will maintain the properties of the original file. This is especially useful, for example, when you are editing buttons across multiple artboards, for example, when you're doing some banners for an online marketing campaign. Let's consider this set of artboards where I have buttons on in multiple places, and let's say that I want to change the color of the button. Normally, you would have to go around each and every individual button and change the color. Now, imagine that you didn't have 4 of them, but you had actually 50 of those. You would waste a lot of time just going around and changing the color. That's why, when creating these artboards, I prepared this button as a smart object. And now you can see that if I go to this smart object by double clicking the icon and change the color here, let's say dark blue again, save it, Command S or Control S, you can see that it applied this change everywhere. Another use case that is really common when using smart objects would be the logo when doing some web design. So let me just prepare 2 artboards representing 2 different layouts, and let me show you what I mean. So these are 3 fictional web pages. And now imagine that your client would tell you, sorry, but by accident you used an old logo version that we don't use anymore. We have this new one, and we will need you to replace this in all of your designs. But if you actually prepared these designs with smart objects, you can then simply go to the smart object, change the logo. I will demonstrate this by just changing the color, but you get the point. I save this, and you can see that it has been updated everywhere across all the designs, across all the layouts. Now, they don't have to be 3 of them. You can design a web page with 50 different layouts, 30 different layouts, and in such a case, you want to be prepared for being able to change them quickly. When designing, you always want to be prepared for unexpected changes. You want to be flexible and you want to approach this in an object-like manner. You want to be able to kind of create an element once and then just copy it everywhere while maintaining the flexibility. And that would be it for smart objects. I'm sure you can think of many more applications, many more use cases, but these are just the basics. There are, of course, many different options and ways to utilize this. It's a very powerful tool and it really helps you be more efficient when designing. So thanks for watching. Consider liking and subscribing if you found this useful, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.